Welcome to Anything Musical. My name is Brighton at the Beefactor. This is Anything Musical and Asakhe Online. Today on the show, I'm joined by the leader of the Cool Crooners, George Salimu. He's a legend in making. You've done a lot of songs talking about the blue sky, talking about Ipruke Lambles Gamba. These guys have done it all. But what is their story? The story has been told. Today I'm going to tell their story. Today on the show, I'm joined by George Salimu. Welcome to the show. Let's talk about your journey in music. Happy music. When was that?
Well, my journey in music, it dates back, way back in the 60s. I was in Harare then, and you know, because music was something that was like inborn, and at school during those days we had sub A, sub B. Standard 1, Standard 2, then you go up to Standard 6. So there is a time when I was in sub B, when I could be called to sing for church choir, for house choir, for school choir at that age, and people they couldn't even understand why it was like that, you know, and every teacher wanted me, just because I think they saw it in me that this one is gifted in music. Yeah. So it was way back then, and there is even a time whereby when the Queen now, when she came to the then Rhodesia, she was still a princess. She was Princess Asakhe then. We were in a greater Salisbury choir that was including all schools in Harare, Salisbury, and they were taking about two children from each school. And imagine a school of about 1,800, then you are picked there. And that's why it became part of my life, this music.
Let's talk about now the formation of the Cool Crooners. How did we end up having the Cool Crooners? What inspired the formation?
The Cool Crooners, it was something that was not even thought of until when we had this revival show in 1987, when we brought together all the old groups that were performing here in Lawa. And there were the Golden Rhythm Crooners, there were Cool Fours, there were so many other other groups that were performing. But now, for the Golden Crooners, Golden Rhythm Crooners and the Cool Fours, their members were now like depleted, because some had gone, they had crossed the border for the Freedom Fighters War, and some passed on, and the few guys that were left, there was Lucky Tojana from the Cool Fours, there was Gumbo, he was, yeah, I think he was also a member of the Cool Fours. Then there was Abel Stole, the late, yes, of the Golden Rhythm Crooners. Then they wanted to have an extra member so that they can have 4 in a group. Then we had Eric Juba. Yeah. They performed that time just for the revival show, and after that, having seen that, you know, it was still in them, and you know, it's better to take it further. That's when people sat down and said, what name are we going to give to this group now? Then it was decided, since it's groups that are joining together,
the Cool and the Crooners.
Yeah, So you take the cool from the cool four, then the crooners from the golden rhythm crooners. That's how the group was formed.
Let's talk about the support of Abantu back then.
Back then, definitely, it was worthwhile, because people knew now that, you know, the old times are back, and they really wanted to see how it was and how it's going to appeal to the youngsters who had never seen that kind of music before. Yeah, so the support was very, very high. Yes.
But umculo okudala baba la kaThesi, intsha kaThesi, they are all about uthi umculo wamwazakale. But back then it was passionate about talent and uchaza abantu. So singathi umculo wakaThesi ulahleka ngaphi in terms of uthi abantu besupport njengakudala.
Problem iyona le utona, if we think of making money, normally, you know, concentration yakho, you know, it doesn't focus properly on the music. I think what I should encourage my youngsters is to love the music first. Then you know, that music itself will bring in something for you. Don't force to reap when you haven't sown enough. Yeah, love that music, go along with that music, and you know, and let people tell you now that we think you are wonderful, we think you are doing fine. And don't ever think to yourself that you are better than anyone else in music. Music is not like that. Music, you should know exactly that, you know, this is for everybody, and never you put yourself up there and think that, you know, people will like it. Let people tell you. Yes.
So let's take us back to a day whereby Gobulawayo, the Cool Crooners was performing Gobulawayo. So weekends, a month, and how was the feeling? How was the excitement? Gobulawayo, it was what the Cool Crooners are performing. The Friday.
It was so interesting during those days, because I think Abantu maybe Sevenza, they knew that, especially when I'm Fridays, they knew after getting paid they need to go and relax, and they funu ukuzasibidudona ingoma leziana, they are still there, and they would come and enjoy themselves. And it's unfortunate, because I'll say, yeah, nothing like that anymore. Nothing like that anymore.
But starting happy, where have you missed it? Because if you play Cool Crooners, people go crazy. If you play Blue Sky by Cool Crooners, but you're still relevant even now.
Yes.
But now when I play music like Tesi, people like, oh, Baluzi, if you, but where are we missing it as a mobile artist, as
in music? It's appreciated, but I think let's not run away from our culture, from the roots. We should try and mix it up so that, you know, it doesn't become too much of a extreme on the other side. Yeah, this is where I think we lose it. But fun enough, there are also some youngsters who would like that kind of thing, and to our surprise, a lot of youngsters, when they see us perform, they just go wild. Yeah, you know, this is the name of the game, but we should think. I think we should keep within our culture.
Back then, music really mad. You can take your kids to school because of music. Let's talk about that era. What music is really mad. What made you special? How unique were you back then?
I think then, I don't know, maybe a lot of people were working. I should think so, because You could never perform in a half hall. High. It was always full. It was always full. And you go home and ukudla, it was so cheap, and you know, you could do anything. Imagine with that kind of money, somebody could buy even a car, a house. Yeah. So, and now, you know, you can't even afford a loaf of bread. You can't even, that's how terrible it is. We just hope, this is why we think they should, yes, use their brains, go to how can they survive, but they should not be surviving on only getting imali. They should survive on their music. On their music. Their music should assist them. It mustn't be something that will be played today and tomorrow is nowhere to be heard.
But Baba, what's the secret ingredient to music wako uhlale relevant in memorial to one another generation? Music I spoke about it play program now. Then as they dance to the song, what is the secret ingredient to music relevant to each generation?
It's the way you put it out. I'm always a corner, and the simplicity of the tunes that people can sing along with it without any problem. And you should know exactly what it must be a sing along.
Yes.
Yeah. Don't complicate matters. Just to show people to you are somebody who is up there. Don't complicate things. Just do something that is simple and which is a sing along, and people can always.
So back then, how supportive were they to your music in terms of playing your music and attending your shows? How supportive were they to your music as the Cool Crooners?
As the Cool Crooners, because to them now as the Cool Crooners, it was something new.
Yeah. They
definitely loved it because it's not what that they are used to hear. And you know, with a little bit of jumping around on the stage, and especially when you're a bit old, people will just sit there and say, look at these old buddies. So it's the type of music which they don't know, which is new to them, and they would like to hear more and more of it.
But looking at now, are you planning on like mentoring our youngsters into music, into arts? Okay, guys, this is how we do this thing. This is how we produce quality music. This is how you do. This is how the steps you take to produce quality. Are you planning to do those things?
Yes, we are. The problem now is like what we're talking about now. The problem is on somebody thinking that if I am going to be mentored or to be taught by the Cool Crooners, maybe it will be easy for me to quickly get some bucks. And when you tell them that no, it's a process and you got to take your time, and as we are here as the Crooners ourselves, shows are not that easy now to come by. Yeah. So you don't ever you can never think that as soon as you start so we must. But there are some youngsters out there who are definitely looking forward to be part and parcel of the whole thing. Yeah.
So in all these days, when we look music, industry, what are some of the key lessons that I learned from the okay, I've learned this and this and that? What are some of the key lessons that I've learned from music industry?
Music industry. You might be a good writer, a good singer. Don't underrate other musicians. A musician is a musician, and don't ever think because I am so and so, and these people should they should see me, they should be looking at me and knowing me only. No. You cannot perform like that as a musician. It's not right. Respect other musicians and respect what you do, and in turn people will respect you.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you have a future that will bring out the best of you. Yeah, you must know definitely that as a musician, you are not above in anything else, everyone else. No, because even if you are a singer, you've got a guitarist that plays the guitar for you. Yeah. He is equally important, that guy, because without that, there's no music. Yes. So this is one thing that I've learned. Yeah. During then, the time when I was the band leader of Submarine Band, I could give we were 6 of us in a band, I could give each and every member who thinks he can sing time to sing. And I was the lead singer, but I didn't mind. Each one, I would even force you to sing. Yeah. Because you never know, something will happen to me tomorrow. Yeah. Then what are you going to do? Yeah. So this is to be a musician. You don't think of yourself, think of others.
But anyone said, it's a Friday, do you still remember how much you got paid on the first show, and how much was the entrance for the first show? Do you still remember back then how much it was?
Back then, the entrance was $1. $1, and we would end up sharing something like about maybe $10 each person.
Per show.
Per show.
And by $10, you can do a lot of things by it.
Yes. You could do a lot of things, because during that time, you could buy a lot with $10. It was a lot of money. Yeah.
So the thing appealing, I've seen a Manchester man in a shows. I have a show, when people can come and appealing a gate takings. But back then you can sell CDs.
Yes. Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Your CDs, how much were they back then?
Back then, the CDs back then, they were not that much. It was almost the same, $1, until when we started having these CDs that from Paris that we were selling at $10. Yeah, $10 a CD from the Sunny recording company.
So working on some recording company, how big was it in terms of support and also traveling and touring other countries?
That one was so big. That one was so big, and traveling all over, and when things are making up, are already organized for you, then you don't worry. All what you do is just to think of getting onto the stage and perform, and that's it. Yeah.
Wow. So Elon, I will take through your music, you took your children to school. You have now doctors, businessmen from music.
Yes.
So what can you say? Can you say music? Yeah, badal.
Yeah, badal music. Yeah, badal. And that's the truth. Yeah, badal music. You just got to have the head for it, the cool head for it, and everything just unfolds. That's.
But speaking of having a cool head for music, can I say I'm famous? But you guys have been famous, you've remained relevant and in touch with our people. How do you maintain those things?
This is what I'm talking about, because you are a musician. It doesn't change you from who you are.
Yes.
You are a human being, and just take the other human being the same as you are. Because because you've got something, because you've done something, then you want to walk up high. No. I would say it doesn't work that way. You can never have friends. You can never, and the person with no friends, he's thinking, it's not normal anymore. You just think everybody hates you, and that it's your doing. Because you think you're better than someone.
Yes.
No, you cannot be better better than anyone. You are just a human being, just like them.
So as the Cool Crooners, what was the biggest hit song? Besides the Ipurukelam, it's famous known.
That's
the hit.
Yeah, that's the one.
So who wrote the song? What inspired the Ipurukelam?
That one, I can tell you the truth, it was like a song that was being sung in beer gardens. The Cool Crooners, we just made it, work properly. We just went around it and found a way of making it, appealing to people.
So even if you play this song today in beer gardens, people go crazy about this song.
Yes, everywhere we go. There can never be any Cool Crooners show without that song. But then because at least you've got to play it about twice or three times. Even if we're performing 45 minutes,
you've got to play the song.
You've got to play it twice.
Yeah.
They want you to play it, and when you're going, they want you to play it as an anchor. So this is how it is. Because
speaking of guys, you guys are legends. You have set the pace for Bulawayo music. But have you guys been recognized by Bulawayo as a whole? You have the Bulawayo Arts Awards, the first one, second ones. Now you're going to the third ones. Have they acknowledged you guys as the trendsetters, as the fathers of Bulawayo music, as the fathers of Umculo of Bulawayo? Have they recognized you guys?
No, not at all.
Why is it so?
I don't know. I think it's for them to answer that question. The organizers, I think they've got their reasons. Because we are not even invited to air. So that one I cannot answer for them. But the truth is they haven't.
But I think so as the elders, you need to give back to the community, you need to give back to the young artists. So without them inviting you to their spaces to the awards, just for invitation for the Cool Crooners to be invited, like, how do you see the Bulawayo arts industry right now? How do you see Bulawayo music right now?
Bulawayo always has been the hub of beautiful music. Even now, there are so many talents here in Bulawayo. So many. And my wish is just to see somebody getting up there and make this place where it belongs. To be, some people are just making money out of just because of where they come from, where they started from. But the real music, when you start talking of music, I still think we've got musicians here. We've got great young musicians here. Yes, they should just keep their cool and do their things properly.
Wait, Baba, in closing, what can you say to the young Bulawayo artists who want to be like the Cool Crooners, want to be relevant each year? They're trying hard, they're working hard in their backyards, which is recording music, beyond Bulawayo, beyond Zimbabwe. What can you say to them? What words of encouragement can you share with them?
As I've already said, just focus on what you do best and don't look or think of what somebody is doing or somebody says. Just know that this is you and this is where I want to go, and the sky is the limit. And I think once you think that way, then you never have problems. You keep on going and nothing can stop you. And if you get to our age, some people say, musicians, they don't stay long. On the 27th of this month, I'm turning 76. And people will say to me, you? I said, yes, me. But you don't look that old. I said, no.
If you're going to have a show today, you're going to dance and jump on
stage. Yes. Yes. that will always take place. You just be surprised when you are there.
Someone will ask, where are the other members of Cool Crooners? Where are they? What are they doing? Besides singing, what do you do?
No, we now, as I'm telling you, as old people, I think we've given ourselves a little bit of a pension. We are at home. Myself, I like gardening. I like plowing in the fields, and that's my hobby. So I spend most of my time in the field. Even Lucky Todlana, as I'm speaking now, I think he should be coming any time from his home in Susa, and he's been running around trying to make things right at home. And this is the life that we like. And once there are shows, we meet, because we always meet at Stanley Hall. That's where we rehearse. We meet and rehearse, because we rehearse 3 days a week, and that is it. But we keep on rehearsing so that
Remain active.
Yeah, remain active.
Right, Baba, just very sure that what can you say to the viewers at home about Pula music, about Cool Crooners, anything that's coming up from Cool Crooners?
Yeah, unfortunately, I've been saying this for a long time, but truly speaking, we've got as the Cool Crooners, we've got an album that we've got to record. We haven't recorded yet, and we think we've got songs that we made. From experience, and they should expect that, but I cannot tell them the date.
But this year?
Yeah, but yeah, this year definitely. Yeah. And, people, musicians, they need people's support. So when we talk of musicians, people in Bulawayo should not complain that musicians are performing outside Bulawayo and what. They should try and support their musicians. Whenever they hear where they are performing, they should support them, because eventually they will have no musician here, and yet they've got all the musicians in Bulawayo. They will be performing somewhere else. This is my call to Bulawayo public, that they should know that they've got great musicians here.
Baba, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for coming and gracing us on the show. Keep on sharing, keep on telling the story. Keep on mentoring young boys, keep on mentoring young girls who are into music, and keep on telling our stories below.
Lami yabonga kakhulu for having me here, and it's a lovely place, and I think we might see each other again in the future. Who knows?
Right. This has been anything musical. My name is Beefactor, the man behind the jams. It breaks my heart to hear that the Cool Crooners haven't been honored by the Bulawayo Arts Awards. They haven't been honored and realized their efforts that they've done into reviving, into setting a trend in terms of Bulawayo music. Let's hope they do something for the Cool Crooners this year. Let's say this is anything musical. Until next time, have a great day. Asakhe.